quick question for you.
Sure, what's your question? This ought to be good.
This election is far and gone. And with everything holy, Kamala wins.
I'm sorry, I thought you said that with everything holy, Kamala wins. That wouldn't make any sense since Kamala is literally evil incarnate.
Trump is no more. What are you guys gonna do? What's gonna be your hobby?
Well, I mean, if Trump was to lose this election, which, let's face it, we all know that's not going to happen, we would carry on as we always do. I mean, you do know that Trump was not the one single first person to start this whole America First movement, don't you? I mean, I don't know how good your memory is, but can you remember as far back as the early 2000s with, like, the Tea Party, Ron Paul? It's been going on for a while. Trump just jumped on the bandwagon, and he led very well because he loves this country.
What's gonna be the stuff that you talk about? Like, are you just gonna, like, take down your signs at your house and get a new paint job on your cars? Get laser tattoo removals of your Trump tattoos?
As far as, like, what we'll talk about, we should be asking you that. I mean, you leftards are the ones constantly obsessed with Trump. You guys talk about Trump way more than conservatives. We're concerned for the country. You're all concerned about Trump. So flip that around.
Do you think that you're just gonna act like nothing ever happened? No. Here's the thing. I'm dead sick of our country being divided, absolutely. And I really would like to have it feel more united.
Well, if that's true, then why are you on the side that's always dividing the country? I mean, it's you guys who are always constantly spewing the hateful and violent rhetoric. We're not the ones with the summer of love. We're not the ones that rioted through the streets, burning down buildings and killing people. That was you guys. We're not the ones who attempted assassinations on Biden or any other Democrat president for that matter. That was you guys. We're not the ones calling for the death and destruction of our fellow Americans on the other side of the political aisle. That's all on you. So, do you need a movie screen for that huge amount of projection that you're doing?
But I can't just go on acting like the last fucking 4 to 8 years never fucking happened.
Yeah, the last 4 years, Biden was in office. So there's that.
Literally, my eyes have been opened. A lot of our eyes have been opened to the type of humans that surround us.
That's interesting because that's exactly the same thing that we conservatives say on a daily basis.
So I don't know. I kind of feel bad for yous, but I kind of don't. But it's shit that I won't forget. Here's the things that I won't forget. I won't forget the pandemic. Ever. I will never forget that pandemic.
Oh, believe me, neither will we. Being the fact that it was created in a lab in Wuhan by the exact same people that you worship.
Literally felt like I was pushed down a mountain, especially with my mental health.
Elaborate a little bit on your mental health.
And then with all the changes and even the changes in people that I thought I knew, all because somebody wouldn't wear a mask to help protect somebody.
Are you still living in like 2020? You are aware that even the CDC came out and fully admitted that the masks do nothing. You are aware of that, aren't you? You are aware of the fact that viruses are way smaller than the pores in the masks. The masks literally do nothing to protect you, but they do cause other health problems. Wearing the masks constantly, breathing in all the bacteria and mold and everything else that accumulates on those masks. But you go on with it.
That pandemic would have been over a lot sooner if people just listened. But out of spite, and just because they didn't want to just do the right thing and be pro-life and help thy neighbor, like it says in the Bible, it lasted.
So let me ask you a question. If the pandemic lasted because people weren't wearing masks, and over time, more and more people stopped wearing masks, and now hardly anyone wears any masks, what's the reason again that the pandemic is no longer a thing? Huh. Interesting. Oh, and with the fact that the pandemic is pretty much non-existent now compared to 3 or 4 years ago, and less than 10% of people are getting the vaccine now than they were before. So it's a lower uptake of vaccines and also a lower incident of COVID. That's also interesting.
Luckily, we have it under control, but obviously it's still around. And second, I'm just not going to forget all the times that I posted something and somebody came at me about some stupid fucking nonsense lies. Never going to forget it.
What lies? Can you be more specific? Or are you just going to generalize through the rest of this video with no resources, no evidence, no proof, no nothing? You're just going to generalize and just assume that everyone's going to think you're right. You sure that's how it works?
I'm never going to forget that you voted and stood by and stayed complicit to a fucking rapist.
Yeah, we weren't supporting Clinton. Not sure where you're going with that. I mean, obviously you're not referring to Trump, since Trump was never convicted of being a rapist and never did such a thing. That's already been proven in court, so not sure what you're on about there.
We will never forget that. I don't know about anybody else, but those aren't my type of people at all.
Are you sure? I mean, do you know who Bill Clinton is? P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, and a whole string of other Democrats that I could make a long list of, but that would make this video way too long.
And it's something that I'm not going to forget. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Staying complicit. That's probably one of the biggest things. Knowing that this scumbag that's literally just about to be done. That's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, you're right. Biden is about to be done. Actually, I think he's been done for a while. But yeah, that scumbag is definitely about to be out. And Trump will make this country a whole lot better. Like it was 4 years ago.
Has said things that have been outright crazy. Has said things that have incited violence. Has said things that incited threats.
Again, you're generalizing. Again, can you be more specific? Because there is no incidence whatsoever of Trump ever saying anything remotely near inciting violence or threats. So I'm not sure where you're getting that from. The only thing I can think of is maybe you've been sucking down a little bit too much CNN and MSNBC that constantly lie to you.
Just like now with the stupid, they're eating cats and dogs. They're eating dogs. Look at this.
Yeah. Because they are. That's not even debatable. What are you smoking? Literally, the Haitians 15,000 of them in Springfield, Ohio, are eating people's cats and dogs, along with ducks and geese from the local parks and ponds. That's on video.
Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Get in there. It's ridiculous. It's alright, other kitty, you're safe. Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with me.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah.
Will you call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up? It's deceased.
Can you maybe spend 120 seconds and do a little internet search? You might prevent yourself from looking this stupid.
Like 2 elementary schools in Springfield, Ohio were evacuated today because y'all are fucking unhinged. You know, city offices over there are being evacuated with bomb threats, everything, because of a lie.
Well, first of all, we don't condone any kind of violence, including bomb threats. That's not what conservatives do. So I'm thinking those bomb threats, since, bomb threats, you never know who they're coming from, probably done by Democrats just to stir things up like you guys constantly do. As far as a lie, no. Again, it's not a lie. It's 100% proven, verifiable fact that it's happening. Do your research.
And you guys know it sounds fucking crazy, and you stand by it. Perfect example, okay? Biden did horrible at the debate when he debated Trump. I did not get up here and make excuses for him. I won't. He's a politician. I'm not going to do that. And if Kamala did bad, I would have just agreed and said she did bad. But you guys literally sit there and defend him, like knowing that it's the truth.
Yes, we do defend him because we know the truth. Trump did amazing things for this country. Lowest black unemployment in American history, lowest Hispanic unemployment, lowest unemployment of women, more jobs for everyone, best booming economy ever, lower taxes for everyone, strong border, no new foreign wars, peace treaties in the Middle East, first president to step over the DMZ and meet with Kim Jong-un to get him to knock his shit off, which he did. Should I go on?
But you will sit there and lie with him. These are the things that we will never forget. So when Donald Trump is gone, no more political career for Donald Trump, and he's just goddamn fucking mansion over there, maybe doing house arrest, who fucking knows, probably not. Just remember that he doesn't give a shit about you now, before, or after, while he's sitting over there.
Really? Who is it that's in the White House right now? Oh yeah, that's right, Biden and Kamala. Who is it that is literally over there in the Hurricane Helene torn states right now, giving comfort and aid to people, handing out supplies, raising over $1 million in less than 48 hours for the victims of Hurricane Helene? Oh yeah, that's right, Donald Trump. Where's Biden? Oh, he's sleeping somewhere in Delaware. Harris? She's living it up with lavish, expensive fundraiser dinners in San Francisco. They care so much. Trump doesn't care at all. That's why he's out there taking care of as many people as he can.
And you're gonna be left with people that you've fucking wronged.
Oh, people that we've wronged? Because we've refused to go along with your delusion? The side you're on sounds an awful lot to me like a cult. See, Toots, here's the thing. The side you're on, the Democrat side, the leftards, you guys are the party of hate and intolerance. You guys are the ones constantly spewing rhetoric of hate and violence and acting with hate and violence. You guys are the one tearing down people's Trump signs. We don't do that to Biden signs. You guys are the ones physically attacking people who don't agree with you. We don't do that. Show me a video where it's happened. You can't. I can show you hundreds, if not thousands, of different videos from all over the country of liberals like you committing acts of violence and terror against your fellow Americans.
You have a mask on,
Oh, shit, he's bleeding. Yo. Hey, man, he's bleeding. Hard.
And then a sucker punch. The man in black is the suspect UC Berkeley officers are looking for tonight. The man in the white cap on the receiving end of that punch is Hayden Williams, a volunteer from conservative group Turning Points USA.
Trump supporter. They assaulted me.
Paramedics took this man to San Francisco General with right leg injuries.
They chased me. They kicked me for no reason. I'm from a Latin home. I married a Mexican woman.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them.
People are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell the president.
You know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
I feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
No, I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there, we're going to...
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
You see, that's where we differ. We're Americans, and we recognize that all American people are one people. We want the American people to be united. We realize that everyone's going to have different opinions, and we can agree to disagree civilly. But your side doesn't know civility. Your side doesn't know how to get along. You get too triggered. You're too emotionally unstable and incontinent. You rely on your feelings rather than facts and truth. You let CNN and MSNBC and all these other fake news dinosaur media agencies that hardly anyone but you watches program you and brainwash you into believing complete, made-up, whole cloth lies that you somehow believe is true, even though a quick, simple internet search, doing a little bit of research just for a couple of minutes, taking 5 minutes out of your day to educate yourself, would completely change your understanding. Because then your eyes would really be opened. You see, we're the ones who are actually awake. You're just woke. I'll pray for you, though. Remember, if you're not left, You're right.